Alrighty, the G. Boski had to check my mailbox. And I gotta drop rent off and shit like that. I guess you can go there now. Got a request to talk about how to start getting into motorcycling. You can go along with, almost lost my cigarette. You can go a couple different ways with it. I'm just going to do my opinion on things. First thing is, if you know how to ride a dirt bike, it's a good start. Because that gives you, clutch, it gives you how to shift and downshift and use your brakes, your front brake, your rear brake in different situations. So it's a very, very good start. There's really not too much difference from a dirt bike and a bike, except for just the thought of the ground. But you're already used to the helmet and all that little stuff. But after, either after that or, since if you didn't start on that, the best thing to do is MSF course. But me, we're gonna do, I would do things a little different. I would go on to your state and your motorcycle handbook, where you'd have to get either your endorsement or your motorcycle license. In Alabama, it's just an endorsement, and you can go online and get that. Read that over, okay? Just take a gander and read it over, because a lot of that's going to be on the MSF. And then you sign up for an MSF course before you even get a bike. Do this. Okay, that went through. Sometimes it doesn't drop. Do your MSF and sign up for the beginner class. And this is it. It's not something bad to do, because it also, you get a little credit on your insurance. Go through that. Don't get your own bike. Do it with one they have. They make you choose not a sport bike or a cruise, just a standard bike. And that's really how you need to learn. So I want to pop it up, I accidentally hit the rear brake. Mainly because I didn't have any time to keep going. Do the MSF course, and without a bike, then I'll get to the fact of, is this something that I would want to do? All that stuff. After you get your MSF course, some MSF courses, you get your license after, and it's all in one. Or after that, you have to, like in Alabama, you have to do the MSF course, and then go to get your motorcycle endorsement that costs $5, and it's a written exam, very easy. And you've already went through the MSF course, and before that you read over the little booklet for your state as far as the laws, and there's more of the safety laws. It's not how to ride, how to drive, because you already know how to drive. You already know the signs and red light, green light, all that bullshit. And then get your own bike. It's nice if you have parents or friends that trust you, or they have a bike that don't care. But then get yourself a bike. Get into a parking lot. Don't get on the road. Get in the parking lot and slowly. First thing, before you get on the bike, you must know without looking where all your controls are. Your brakes, your clutch, your lights, your turn signals, your horn, everything. Learn where that's at. If you don't know where that's at without looking, and you can't just quick fumble to the brakes, don't get on the bike at all. Wait. Learn that stuff. Just sit on the bike and play with the controls. And then, you know, then I would say go in the parking lot and practice, you know, first gear, just, you know, stopping and going, stopping and going, stopping and going, stopping and going, and then after that, you know, riding around. Just the parking lot, don't shift yet. I would say just the first gear. You won't get much of the counter steering. Hold on. You won't get much of the counter steering in first gear because you don't, you know, especially in the parking lot. Usually it's above 13 to 17 miles an hour counter steering that comes in effect, which you'll feel it. Once you get down the fact of being on a bike and kind of cruising around a little bit, give it the gas and, you know, kind of feel the jolting and slowly rolling it on, getting nice and smooth, practice stopping and going. After that, the shifting, all you gotta learn is pull the clutch in, shift up, and slowly give it gas while you let out the clutch at an even pace. If you know how to, if you've been on a dirt bike or you know how to drive a stick shift car, you're good to go. But once you learn to shift, it's all good to go then. And then it's just get on, go to neighborhoods and, you know, where it's slower and no traffic, and just slowly learn and the turns and, you know, weave it in and out to learn the counter steering and get kind of accustomed to it. And then slowly work your way as far as a busier road. Stay away from interstates and stuff like that. Get on something like this. It's just a road, not busy. You got some stoplights and all that stuff. You know, everything, just pace yourself. Don't rush into it. You know, it's a dangerous hobby. You know, don't rush into it. When you get your bike, make sure before you even drive it, make sure you got insurance on it. You know, and it's going to be expensive. See, I can't. I did that one as far as it was. You know, it really isn't expensive, and it really wasn't. My first year on a bike a while ago was cheap, and it still is cheap. So that's that. So, you know, my biggest thing is just take your time, pace yourself. There's no rush, no rush. It's not a, you know, a motorcycle, you know, is almost like a want versus a need. You know, a lot of people have these as, you know, secondary vehicles, unless they've been riding for a while, and they'll you know, strictly, there's a couple of people I know that strictly just be on bikes and that's it. They don't even have cars. But it's mainly, most of the time, 99% of the time, it's a secondary vehicle, so it's not a need, so you can take your time with it. Don't let anybody peer pressure you. Come on, let's go for a ride. You know, it's very easy. You got it. Yeah, go. No, get comfortable with it. You know, who cares about those other people? You know, if they were real, you know, honest bikers, they wouldn't rush you. They would, you know, they'd be like, oh, just take your own pace, and if you have any pointers, give me a holler. I'll go with you in the parking lot or whatever. I'll kind of show you what I do. You know, different things I think of. So that's, you know, that's the best way. Now, if someone rushes you, be like, oh, you're good, don't worry about it, you're good. And then just give them the middle finger. That's the one in between the index and the ring finger. Point it at them and say, fuck you, leave me alone. That's about it. So pace yourself, you know. And my biggest thing is you must learn the controls before you get on the bike. You know, you don't want to sit there and freak out because someone's slamming the brakes in front of you, and all of a sudden you go to hit the brakes and it's actually the clutch. Because, man, you do not stop. That's just a thing. So, I'm here. I gotta do the whole boyfriend-girlfriend thing and also drop off some bills because she's in charge of that shit. And all that good stuff. So, I'll talk to y'all later.